Hi guys, it's Amy and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. I love when you click on my videos, so thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope you're doing well and happy holidays to you. My Christmas party for work is coming up next week and they're doing an ugly sweater contest, and I've never really participated in that. Um, Most of what you find is so tacky, and I know that's the purpose, but I enjoy Christmas very much, and so to put a tacky spin on it is just not my thing. But I did want to make this hat for the Christmas party at work instead, and there are a zillion different Christmas hat patterns or tutorials out there that you can find on YouTube. So I'll go ahead and list the tutorial that I followed, and I changed up the way to decorate my hat. So I'll go ahead and explain that to you in my video and put all the links down below. But the hat that she did as she did it is just lovely. So if you didn't pick up any of these little tips from me, or make any changes to your hat the way that I did, you're still going to have a beautiful hat if you follow her tutorial. So I've seen a lot of different hats that are just like a standard double crochet that tapers up kind of thing, but I really wanted to get all of these little nooks and crannies of all of the different looking, the boughs, the branches of the tree. And in addition, the way that she decorates the tree is with, she used lots of different yarns to sort of make little balls and then tie them all on one at a time. And that was just too much for me. I wasn't having any of that. So I just glued on some pom-poms with some hot glue, and I decided to put lights on my tree because what's a Christmas tree without lights, right? And maybe that just makes me silly enough to, maybe I'll win the crazy contest. It's not a sweater, but will it work? I don't know. It'll be fun anyway, right? So you really can use any green and any brown that you want to use, and we would understand that it's a Christmas tree. But what I specifically used was Red Heart Super Saver in Paddy Green. I don't have the lights on here so that we can see the Christmas lights on the tree a little bit better. So forgive my darkness in here, please. Yeah, so Paddy Green is a wonderful, wonderful green that is, most of my videos, and when I'm talking about my yarn stash, I say I have too much green. But green is one of those colors that really, you need a specific green when you're working on specific things. It doesn't, green is just too vague of a word, to describe the color that you're going to use. So Paddy Green, I think, is perfect for the Christmas tree. And of course, just using what I have in my own stash. So if you have to go buy something, then you've got more options at that point. But I was just using what I had in my stash. And then the brown that I used is Vanna's Choice in Chocolate. And again, just what I had, but I thought it went really well together. Now, of course, as my measurements go, I believe she did a taller band of the tree trunk. And then I've also seen hats where the green comes all the way down and you don't see a tree trunk. So that's always an option for you to do as well if you wanted to do one of these. I wanted to do one for a couple of years, so I'm really kind of excited that I've gotten it finally, if you can't tell by my ramble. So initially I had just grabbed a bunch of different colors that I was going to use to make some lights on the tree. These have real short color changes. So I think what she does is like a magic ring and 4 or 5 single crochets and then ties off, and that's it, and then ties that around to each location. But instead of doing that, I decided I had these pom-poms, and I'll go ahead and insert a picture here of what packaging mine looked like. I found them at Walmart, but I can't find any link to attach down below for you to buy these specific pom-poms. But this is what the package comes like. And I had 3 different color groupings, so I just mixed them all together. And so the littlest ones is what I used, for the hat. But then, so my package also came with 2 other sizes. But there's a jillion of them out there, so you really can find them just about anywhere. Also, I apologize for the mixed up links down below. Like if I'm going to send you shopping, like let's try to get it all at one place. But I really wanted to, you know, show the specific things that I bought, and I did kind of get them everywhere. So sorry about that. The top of the tree, is one of these. This was a great little package of, they are white and silver or gold, white or silver or gold, to be these little tinsel poms. And again, here's what they looked like, where I bought them. So that was a little inexpensive thing that I thought was perfect. And again, that's something that I changed because in the tutorial, she crochets a star. She actually crochets 2 of them and then sews them together and then puts it on top. But I was getting to a point where I was done working on the hat, and I just glued all this stuff on this morning to be able to get my video up, because I was super excited to finally be done with the tree part and start doing my decorating part. So great little tinsel pom topper. And then the tinsel string that you see here, I used 2 strands of Aunt Lydia's, and this one is called white silver. There's one that's a much darker silver, but this is very light silver. And I bought these on some clearance. I kept this so that we can see. So 71 cents. And and there were 3 of them. So I held 2 strands together to do the tinsel. It was a little bit thin for my taste to do just the 1 strand. So, and I think I used a 3mm hook for that part to hold the 2 strands. The rest of the hat is in a 5mm hook, H hook, just standard. So, and then for my lights, these are beautiful little dome-shaped, like in my heart, true Christmas bulbs, what they looked like as I was growing up, and they've just changed so much over the years. You can really find any kind of Christmas light, but these are like this, like the traditional domes. And in looking for the link for this, of course, I was unsuccessful as well. I did put in a link to these lights that are, there's a texture to the outside of the light, so it might look a little bit different. I did see them at the store, but I preferred to go with these. I was unsure about how big these would be and if I would like them or not. So I also got these little guys. There's 20 lights on a strand. So, I just kind of held it in there and poked them through as I felt like, you know, the same kind of randomness that you would use to decorate your real Christmas tree. But then it comes with this. You need 3 AA batteries. And this is what the package looked like at my Walmart. It came like this, and then the lights are up on a top, and it's a little plastic case that holds it all together. But of course I tossed it all when I opened it. But yeah, they had a ton of different lights like this, some that were just plain white. So if you like that instead, like my regular Christmas tree has just got white lights on it, but for this one I wanted the multicolored. And so yeah, so I did a whole lot of hot gluing, which I don't normally do. You know, I crochet. That's what Amy does. Amy loves crochet. And you've seen me have to learn to sew some liners into bags. And so now I'm, you know, being a little active with my hot glue gun that I've owned for a million years and never really used. So I did glue these into position too, because I found that as I would work on sticking different the lights into the hat from the inside out, some of them were falling back through, and I wasn't having any. I was over, you know, reinserting these lights over and over again. So I thought, how am I going to attach them? Do I have to go in there with 20 little strings and tie them down? So instead, I just decided to hot glue those as well. So those aren't going to go anywhere. And I hope I got enough randomness with my colors, because I find that with the pom-poms, like I put 2 yellow pom-poms next to each other, and that always drives the OCD in me crazy. So yeah, I'm super jazzed. I think it was really easy to do. Now the patterning for the hat was at row 9, there's a part A and a part B. So you first go around row 9 and do 3 half double crochets in each stitch. And then you go, which is the front loop. And that's why it pokes out and does this little guy, these little wormy looking guys. And then the second part to row 9 is where you go in the back loop and you're creating the tree itself, the tree growth itself. And then you just start to reduce. And For initially, I thought that when I was done with it, I thought this is too stinking tall. It looks stupid and floopy, and but with all the cords from the light in there, it's kind of filling it out and standing it up. And I saw some other ones that, like Bag a Day has a hat, like, you know, super tall and long like that. Her husband's wearing it. It's a nice little photo. So that gave me some reassurance that maybe this super long tree is okay. In hindsight, I would want to decrease sooner or decrease more so that it wasn't so tall, and maybe do more of the brown, because, you know, your head changes the shape of the rest of the tree. So maybe if it was more brown and then not as tall, it would, you know, not change shape like this. I don't know. Just play with it. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. Once I sat down and was working on it, you know, I was happy to finally get started on the tree hat, because I wanted to do one for a few years now. But then it was a lot. It was a yarn eater for sure. Now she says that it took 30 grams of the brown and 100 grams for the green. Both of what I used was from scrap. So I don't know how, I mean, my Vanna's looks like a full skein, but it wasn't. So I neglected to weigh myself out ahead of time, because I know that she did have her, you know, measurements of how much yarn it was going to use. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on and on now. I wanted to see, and these little cases you can change the light pattern. See, you don't have to have it up in here if you don't want to. Where's my box? You can have it come out if you want to. I wanted to see if I could show you. Here we go. So you can, they glow, they go dim and then bright and then dim and then bright. Or you can get them to flash. A lot of people like that. Or you can just leave them on solid. And like I said, the little battery pack is, I've got it tucked up in there, but you don't have to. You can have it out so that you can play with it, I guess, if you want to. So yeah, I wanted to see how hot it would get, if my little noggin would get too hot in here with the warmth of the lights. So I'll wear it for a little while and see what I'm gonna do. You've got total hat head after the fact, so it's not like I can wear it to the beginning of the Christmas party and then take it off. So when you're in it to win it. So I'm gonna wear it the whole time, I guess. So I'm not feeling too warm, so that's good, you know. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing my goofy Christmas tree hat. I hope you decide to make one of your own. It was a lot of fun, and you really can decorate it any way you want. You know, I was looking at Walmart at the real Christmas tree decorations, and then they've got like little miniature trees out in the world, and so you can buy little miniature ornaments or bows or however you decorate your Christmas tree. So thank you so much for sitting with me today. I really do appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed my content today, or if you enjoy any of my content, please click the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm getting pretty close to 1,000, which is just unbelievable, but I'm really excited about it. Alrighty, guys, I really do appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for sitting with me. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and again, just spread joy and cheer everywhere you go, no matter what you celebrate. Have a great day. I'll see you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.